Something epic happened here on this stream on Jody's Corner as we are live. Mr. O'Shea Goodman came through and dropped a whole 1,000, a whole G-ball, a whole stack. Said, happy Friday. Can't wait for summer of 2025. First thing I want to say is thank you. And shout out to the Jody's Corner community because there is no place quite like it. I guarantee you that. All right, so Freak. First things first, Tom Hollands' Spider-Man has been revealed to be in July of 2026. Spider-Man 4 got its date. Tom Holland, huge boost in his portfolio. Spider-Man 4, Christopher Nolan, all going down 2026. Big couple of years for this man. Congratulations to him. Even though I don't like him as Spider-Man, I have put him as an actor, and I can respect what he got. And plus, he goes home to Zendaya every night. You can't be mad at that. So Spider-Man is coming out, and O'Shea, you were actually one of the ones who asked that question. I think you said Toby, though. So I would say no to Tobey Maguire, but it's a question here because Tom Holland is going to be in Spider-Man 4, which is going to be 2 months after Avengers Doomsday, I'm sorry. One would ask, like, what the freak? What will Tom Holland be doing as Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday? Will he be in it? Probably so. I mean, let's keep it a buck. We already know that Sony did a deal with Disney to make sure that his Spider-Man goes in and out of the MCU. That's not so hard-pressed to say. That's not really going on a limb, if you know what I mean. But his role, what will it be his role in the actual film? Because if we look at the Avengers movies that Spider-Man was in, he was in what? Infinity War and Endgame. He was in Infinity War, right? He had a couple little scenes in the beginning. Hey, Mr. Stark, what's going on? No, just web him up, kid. And then he was in the spaceship and then, got to the place, had the little fight on Titan, Thanos' home planet, got his shit wrecked and got snapped to dust. That was pretty much it for him. So he had a nice little chunk in Infinity War. He had about, he was in like the first, what would you call that? What was he? When did he get snapped though? Because they got beat down. So he was in the first movie at a decent amount. So I would say. Endgame, missing entirely until the end. After the snap came back, after they snapped with the Hulk, brought everybody back to undo what Thanos had did in Infinity War. Out comes Tom Holland. You saw him again. Hey, Mr. Stark. Man, it's crazy, man. I was in some place. What's going on? It's so weird. Oh, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. This is okay. This is nice. This is nice. Yeah. It was nice to see. It was sweet. But he wasn't really in Endgame that much because it didn't really, they kind of wrote him out because they decided to snap him. So to be honest, bro, like that was kind of a bold choice. Like, let's talk about that for a second. The Russo brothers decided to snap Tom Holland. A lot of important characters got snapped. A lot of people got snapped, bro. So if we look at who survived the snap, look at characters that survived that easily could have been Tom Holland. Like, you didn't write in Spider-Man to be one of the saviors of the MCU. Do you think that it has something to do with Sony? Do you think that it has something to do with the fact that they don't really own Spider-Man? The MCU is just borrowing him, a loaner car. But what do people do with loaner cars? They smash them bitches. They put the pedal to the metal. They put 87 gas. They go to the hood gas station with the cheapest amount of gas, the cheapest price, where the freaking Mustafar puts water in the tank. They smash that shit, smoke in it. They freaking eat food in it. They dog it out, bro. A rental car is one of the worst cars you could ever buy because the people that rent them know that they don't own them. They don't have to pay for the maintenance. So they ride that bitch till the freaking rental agreement rolls out. And they take that shit back and say, here, take this. So then if MCU is basically the person renting the car that is Spider-Man, you would think they would utilize this motherfucker in every asset, every little nook and cranny that they can, but they didn't. They chose to snap away Tom Holland and use him for the catalyst to why Tony Stark is hurting and wants to long to bring people back because he saw him as, I would like to say that Tony Stark saw him as a son that he never had. But he risked his daughter that was actually his. Goes deep. But they chose not to use him. Now, if we look at Avengers Doom War, I hope I'm getting the thing right. Doomsday. I read Doom War. I read the Doom War comic, and I got Doom War in the head. They changed it to Doomsday. Every time I hear the word Doomsday, I think Superman. Superman's arch powerful nemesis for strength is Doomsday, who he's had multiple battles with. So when I think Doomsday, I'm going back to my DC brain. And I'm like, no, Marvel and Doomsday don't mix. But apparently it's Doomsday, not Doom War. Why wouldn't they call it Doom War? You got Doom in it. I mean, the Doom War story's dope. But whatever. It's Doomsday. So I think that they have an opportunity to put him in the movie. And hopefully they give him a nice chunk of stuff to do. And my reasoning around this shit is not what you guys are probably thinking. Like, oh, okay, yeah, well now there is no Tony Stark, right? There's no more Iron Man. I think because we know who's playing Dr. Doom. Robert Downey Jr. is back as Dr. Doom. It is pretty much a foregone conclusion that they will be on the set together because him and Robert Downey Jr. have a relationship on and off camera. He admires him in real life, Robert Downey Jr. He does. So to reunite them in Doomsday as a different character would be something that Tom, I know, would love to do because the dynamic will be different. Imagine a scene where with Dr. Doom and he has to fight Spider-Man. Can you guys imagine that shit? Robert Downey Jr. fighting Kid as Doom? And maybe freaking Spider-Man's like, Mr. Stark, huh? And they fight. They get down. That's crazy. That's crazy good drama. I F with that. That's reason number one. Reason number two for me is they need heroes, bro. Let's keep it a buck. The Avengers roster is rather depleted, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you guys agree? The Avengers roster is rather depleted, no? Rest in peace to the King, the Black Panther. We lost him, Chadwick Boseman. He was the one to bring the MCU back to, he was going to run with that shit after Cap and Iron Man fell back. And yeah, Iron Man's gone. We got Robert Downey Jr., but Iron Man's gone. And ain't no Ironhide going to fill that void. It's like being in a relationship with Mandingo. He breaks up with you. And then here comes a K-pop star trying to fill that void, the hole that he left. You ain't going to fit that. I wouldn't even try to fit that. That's what we got going on here. Not working, not going to happen. Captain America, Steve Rogers, he gone. And I don't care about how many how many black people you replace him with. It's not going to change nothing. That will always be Black Falcon America to me. Or Red Wing, Red Wing and Falcon. Falcon and the Winter Soldier motherfucker is what he is. I don't see him as Captain America, and I'm not being prejudiced, biased, or racist. I'm just keeping it a buck. Captain America is Steve Rogers. Oh, you're going to tell me in the comic book there was a black one and all that? Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's tight. Just like in Fantastic Four. Oh, there's like 6 issues of a female Silver Surfer, so it's okay. Freak out of here with that shit. I don't care if it was in a comic. Just because it was in a comic don't mean it's good. Just because it was in a comic don't mean it should be done. Do you understand how much bullshit is in comics? I've read enough to know. Comics are freaking poorly written pieces of shit. But they're awesome because they're full of the heroes and narratives and stuff that we like. The fantasy element. Stop it. There's only few comics that are actually well written enough to be novels and Pulitzer winning or freaking be adapted into a live action Christopher Nolan-esque type of movie, bro. Batman is one of them because of who he is, but I digress. There's a lot of comic book bullshit in comics. Don't try to bring forth, oh, female server could do it. We could have a black Captain America because there was a black Captain America in the comics. Oh, Superman Crypto could look like Lady and the Tramp dog, like he hasn't had a bath, shaggy and small and beach maid looking, because there was a panel in the comics that had that very same looking dog. No. We do not do that here. We F with the most popular, most beloved elements, and we move forward. That's what we do. We give other people a try after the big dog has eaten. After the big dog eats, the rest of you motherfuckers can get the scraps. That's the way the world works. Sad, but it's true. As fans, we want the big dogs to eat. In MCU phase 1, 2, and 3, you couldn't tell me that you wanted to see an Avengers movie without Iron Man or freaking Captain America. If they did imagine Ultron without Iron Man and Captain America, we would have ranted in the streets. Where they at? Oh, don't be like that. You got Scarlett Johansson, you got Wanda. Don't give me that shit. Freak Wanda, freak Scarlet Witch, and freak that man with the bows. Where's Iron Man and where's Captain America? You can't put that bullshit on us, bro. The fans have the favorites. There's the big dogs in the MCU. And I'm telling you, 3 of the big dogs in the MCU are gone. Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America, bro. They gone. Doctor Strange is not a big dog in the MCU. He is almost there. Almost. But because why? I don't put him as a big dog. You can, and we can debate it. You can call me. We're going to open the phone lines. You can chime in on anything that you want. But he's not a big dog because I look at his movies, and then I look at the way that they fail to utilize him properly in the MCU. Look at him in No Way Home. He's a tool. He's an object. Doctor Strange is nothing more than a MacGuffin. Doctor Strange is a MacGuffin in the MCU. When we need to wrap up the story, bring in Doctor Strange. He'll clean it up. When we need to make a story, oh, we can't use Doctor Strange. He's too OP. Get him out the way. Get him out of here with geometry. What they do in No Way Home? Geometry. You're done. Master of universes and all that. Hey, take this geometry. Spider-Man's gonna hoe you in your own dimension. You're gone. I'll see you at the end of the movie, Strange. In Infinity War, he was the plot. There's, what do you say, 16,576 possibilities, and only one of them work? Divided square. And they ran with that shit in Infinity War. Then it's like, okay, as soon as the end game hit, oh shoot, Thanos is here with 1 million of his henchmen, blowing the headquarters up. We about to die. Oh, look, though. It's a freaking water that's going to flood us. I'll be on that. Y'all handle the Omega level threat and all this evil and death. I'm going to stop this water real quick, though. I got you, my niggas. Here we go. All right. Y'all good? All right, for sure. Yeah. I'm cooking, my nigga. I'm cooking. Y'all still good? Oh, freak. Whatchamacallit just died. God damn. Well, I got to make sure that at least they not wet. Shoot. I'm sorcering up in this bitch. Everybody's dry, my nigga. Except the ones that are bloody, but that don't count. But I still got this shit cooking. Got me effed up. So no. Doctor Strange is not a heavy hitter in the MCU. But he is. He's a heavy hitter. Even though he's not an MCU character 100%. Cadillac Records, bro. When everybody, when the record label's doing bad, you bring in all the OGs. I don't give a freak if you ain't had a #1 album in 10 years. Come to the studio. We doing a collective album. Everybody's coming in. We bringing everybody in to freaking make this shit work. And he's one of them. You go and snatch him from Sony and you utilize the freak out of him is what you do. That's what you do. They will I believe, it is my belief, that Spider-Man will be heavily involved with the storyline. He won't be he will be in the movie he'll be heavily involved in the screenplay. Maybe not the actual story. I don't think he'll be involved with the story, but he will be heavily involved in the script, the screenplay. Lots of screen time, very important, always there in a lot of big scenes. But the story, the overall story, it won't probably involve him that much because for the future reasons, they don't know if they're going to get him forever or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Sony's ever going to really, truly let go of Spider-Man. So, what are we thinking? Is Spider-Man 4 going to be the best? This is the question for you guys before you guys call in. Will Spider-Man 4 be the best of the Spider-Man movies? And will he have an important role in Doomsday? Talk to me and let me know. The phone lines are now open. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we can see. Call me now, 323-801-8059. Chime in and talk to me. Let me know what you guys think. Spider-Man is definitely a heavy hitter. How many heavy hitters does the MCU have? Counting him, we'll add him as one. Then what do we have as a heavy hitter? Who's a heavy hitter in the MCU right now? Who is a heavy hitter Avenger? That's what I want to know. Iron Man and is it nobody? Do they have nobody? I guess it's just Spider-Man. Wanda? No. Thor? You think it's Thor, O'Shea? Is Thor? As Guardians of the Galaxy? No. I think he's pretty much done. Hulk could have been, but I don't know. We get our first caller. Let's go with our first caller. It's Jody. Joe, you live. Talk to me. Yeah.
Jody, man, this is Greg Parker from Maryland. Been following you for a minute.
What's up, Greg? I know, hey, I'll be following you on Instagram and shit. How are you and your wife, man?
Hey, long story. Me and my wife were divorced. She was crazy and cheated on me, but I'm doing good.
Fuck.
Hey, I made my recovery.
All
I
right.
learned my lessons. I'm better than ever.
That's great to hear. Talk to me, dog.
Hey, man, so Spider-Man is the most important hero moving forward in the MCU.
I agree.
I mean, Tom Holland, you know, he's a good actor. He can do it. I don't think he was written properly in the last 3 movies. But I don't know. I saw an interview. He was talking about how much more they can do, how they can excel, and how he knows how important it is to the fans, and he recognized his errors and things like that. And he's growing up a little bit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, but the same people that made, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, the same guy that made the first movies are making this the 4th one. It's the same writers and stuff.
Oh, man, I didn't know that. I thought they were getting... I thought, what about the director? Because they're not going with the same director, right?
They probably are switching directors, but it's that writer that really matters. Let me check the IMDb to make sure. So, as far as the IMDb... Let me see what we got. Cast, release date. Oh, no. Spider-Man 4. Untitled Spider-Man sequel. Tied to it is, Steve Ditko. And, let me see. Scroll up, bro. Here we go. Director. We got Destin Daniel Cretton. Yeah, I think this is a new guy. So as far as the director...
Oh, that's the Shang-Chi director, right?
Is it? Oh yeah, I think he is. Yeah, and that's great, and that's actually great for the movie.
Yeah. Shang-Chi was pretty good.
Oh, he directed Just Mercy too? Wow. Okay, I like that movie.
Okay.
So he did Shang-Chi
All right,
and Just
that's a
Mercy.
good move then.
Yeah. So that's good for director, but sadly to say that it is mostly the writers that is involved with
Yeah.
if a film is good or not. And if we're looking at the writers, it looks like the same people.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Eric Summers,
Yeah, man.
Chris McKenna. So what is? I mean, Spider-Man 4 can still be good, bro. I mean, but
Yeah, for sure.
do you think that he's gonna have a big role into the Doomsday?
If they're smart, he would. And I know it's the MCU, and I separate from the comics and all that. But I mean, also past Doomsday, like Secret Wars, like Spider-Man was heavily involved with that, right?
Doomsday, post Secret Wars, Spider-Man. Yes.
Yeah. So, like I said, I think he should be, because I mean, look, like I got two stepsons now, and everything is Spider-Man. Like they look at him like he's a real pivotal figure in their life. Like when they see him, they puff their chests up, they feel confident, they're pretending to climb on the walls and all that, asking me all kind of questions about Spider-Man every day.
I don't know if you
I'm
saw.
like, Spider-Man.
Did you see my stream Wednesday? Because I had a topic that really got people triggered. I said Spider-Man is the most kiddie superhero ever. The kids, who do the kids love the most? Not like kiddie as far as like he's not, but the fan base. Who do the kids love the most? What superhero do the kids love most? I said Spider-Man, and it's a crazy shock that you are telling me that your two kids adore and love Spider-Man, because I think they do. I think that kids love him.
It's definitely Spider-Man.
Somebody tried to say Batman.
I mean, no, it's definitely Spider-Man. I mean, like now because of these boys, I'm like always in the toy section. Everything is decked out Spider-Man everywhere. That's all you see. Going to the clothes section, Spider-Man. It's like he's everywhere. So yeah, that's definitely I would say he's the most kiddie superhero.
Yep, I agree. And yeah, I'm looking at the writer, and yeah, it's the same dudes that did No Way Home, Far From Home, and Homecoming. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect much.
Worry a little.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect much from the movie. I'll say this: it could still be a great movie, but I'm not expecting it to be great. I think that it needs to be great more than anything. I think that to have 4 movies with this freaking Tom Holland again, bro, dog, man, you can miss me with this kiddie shit, bro. I need you to grow up, and I need there to be stakes in your movie, bro. And if they ain't bringing that, I don't want to see it. I already don't think he deserves a 4th chance.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Because he went through. I mean, I was fine with that first movie being high school. I was like, yeah, well, whatever. But then to spend 3 movies, it's high school and kiddie.
Yep.
Even when the world's on the line, it's still jokey joke high school. So yeah, that stuff got to be over for sure.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Man, Toby.
For sure. And then what about the battle between Tom and Andrew? Who wins that?
Andrew.
Got you. So you got him at the bare bottom too. It seems like a lot of younger folk are down with Tom, and a lot of people who are like in their 20s and up who know all of the Spider-Man are down with Drew or Toby. I mean, obviously the kids are gonna pick the kid one that they watched in the movies because they don't know the other ones, and hopefully your stepsons, have they seen the Toby Spider-Mans?
I just introduced them last month.
Tight.
And look, I'll tell you one thing. When they watch the MCU Spider-Man Tom Holland, that it's fine, they like it and everything. But when I introduced them to Toby, that's what got them that night pretending they got bit by spiders, climbing on the wall and stuff. And, hey, Greg, can you make me a suit? Like something about that movie, some sort of magic in that movie, like inspired them to get up and try to be Spider-Man. But Tom Holland, they'll sit and watch. They're having fun. But yeah, Toby really took it to another level for them.
If I could say what Marvel movie feels the most Superman outside of the character Captain America, if I could say a movie, what movie captures the Superman magic? It's Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I've actually said something similar to that before.
Yeah, bro, it's true. That's Spider-Man. Sam Raimi is the closest thing from Marvel movies to Superman.
I mean, I think of that score, you know, him swinging down the streets and everything. It felt like something.
Shit's fire. All right, so all in all, at the end of the day, when Spider-Man 4 comes out, what grade do you think the movie will have?
Man, put aside my wants.
Before you
I think
go,
it'll be like
let's get your grades for the. What do you grade Homecoming, No Way Home, and Far From Home?
Homecoming. I would say C plus.
No Way Home and Far From Home.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was epic seeing all the Spider-Man and all that. It was epic, but
it's the worst movie.
Leaving the theater, that hype died down like on the drive home, and I started to see the flaws and stuff.
No Way Home is the worst Spider-Man movie out of every Spider-Man movie ever, and I'll stand on that with business, bro. Even No Way Home as a film and a script is worse than Amazing Spider-Man 2. When you take all the glory and the Toby and the Tom and all that shit out of it and you just look at them as scripts, I mean, Spider-Man 2 had too much in it, but it had stuff. There was meat on the bone. They just didn't execute well. Some of it was corny. No Way Home is an insulting to the intelligence. It's a terrible script, and I don't like that movie, but I love that movie because that shit was epic, bro. What do you give Spider-Man 4? What do you think Spider-Man 4 will give you before you dip out?
I think it's going to be the best one. I'm going to say not by much. I'm going to give it a B plus.
B plus,
because know people. They know people are hyped off of the last one. Made $1 billion, all that stuff. Like, they know.
Yeah. All right, for sure. Hey, we'll see what happens. Time will tell. And hopefully you'll call back again. We get that update discussion.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm always watching, but a lot's changed in my life. I want to be more active and support you. I mean, I love what you've done, man. Thanks, you've been a pivotal character in my life.
You're an amazing artist, by the way. Keep drawing, bro. Keep drawing. Don't stop doing that.
Yeah, man. I got you.
Get your inspiration. I'm glad you know you're a daddy out here too. So keep doing that too. I had a stepfather. I'm a product of having a stepfather. My stepdad was in my life since I was 8, and without him, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. So you could be that for your kids.
Yeah, that's beautiful. These boys have already changed my life, and I got a daughter on the way. I got my very own on the way.
Oh, shoot, for sure, man. Congratulations, and I'll holler at you, bro.
Thank you, sir. All right, bro. Have a good one.
You too. Peace. What a nice conversation with the community, man. He's been watching me for a minute. I still have his art in the studio, man. This motherfucker drew some fire shit. I think I got a Black Panther, a Steve Rogers from him, bro. Epic shit. What's up with it, man? You live with Jody Joe. Talk to me.
What's up with it, man? You live with Jody Joe.
Turn me off in the background.
Hey, Jody. I saw I've been watching your show for a little bit. What's good?
What's good, man? Just talk to me on the phone. Make sure you turn me down in the background.
All right. Is it good?
Yeah, you good now? What's up, man? Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Executive Judge. I know people in the chat probably know me. I've been lurking in the channel a little bit.
All right, for sure. Welcome to Jody's Corner, dog. Yeah, what's good?
It's good. It's been a relatively chill Friday today, but last one beating me up. But I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, I know a little bit about that, man. So what's up, man? Let's talk some pop culture, bro. Let's get our minds off of it.
All right.
So what's on your mind? What are you thinking about the Spider-Man topic?
All right, this Spider-Man topic. So for the longest time, like, I do like No Way Home, but at the same time, I do admit it does have some problems. And the situation with Doctor Strange, I'll admit, has its flaws. Like,
well, that lets me know that your brain works, for sure.
All right. So the ending of No Way Home. I really do like what it was setting up. He was actually going to be Spider-Man, away from the Avengers. No help from Strange. No help from Tony Stark's organization. Just swinging around in the New York City skyline snow, ready to actually be Spider-Man. So then all the rumors and stuff of Spider-Man being a multiverse in a street-level film, I was kind of scared. And for one reason or another, I wanted Spider-Man 4 to come before Doomsday so we'd get that street-level film that we've always wanted, a Peter on the hands there without all the multiverse travel stuff.
Yeah.
So when he jumps back into the fray in Doomsday, So unfortunately for me, it got confirmed that it's coming out after Doomsday. And I don't know if I should be excited or if I should be worried. Because normally for a Spider-Man film, I would be excited, but now that I found out that it's coming out after Doomsday, I don't know. That
Well,
excitement kinda
No Way Home came out after Endgame, 2 years after 2021, I believe. So it was a multiverse movie too. So what makes you worried about it coming out after?
What makes me worried about it coming out after?
Yeah, you said
Like,
you're worried
knowing-
because if it comes out after, you're a little bit worried. Like if it came out before, that makes you feel better, like Captain Marvel did with Infinity War, with Endgame.
See, that's the situation because Captain Marvel was a prequel. Before the confirmation today, I was thinking Spider-Man 4 would like carry on from No Way Home, like in terms of like Peter's story.
You don't think
and
it
then
is?
right after when come again?
You don't think that it's gonna carry on from No Way Home, Spider-Man 4?
Like some elements of the story is going to carry on from No Way Home, but I'm talking about just from No Way Home and not with any of the stuff that goes down in Doomsday.
Oh, okay. I see where you are. All right, I see where you are. Oh, I get it. So, yeah, what if okay. Yeah, that's actually insightful. So you're worried that Spider-Man 4 will be could be derailed by the narrative of Doomsday rather than the narrative of No Way Home.
Exactly. I just wanted like the baggage to carry on just from No Way Home and not just from the baggage of Doomsday. See, if Spider-Man 4 was coming out after No Way Home and before Doomsday, see, I could probably, live with that a little bit. But now that Peter is potentially carrying all the potential baggage from Doomsday and No Way Home after at the same time, it low-key kind of complicates things a little bit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely it does. And I can't imagine them releasing Spider-Man 4 coming after Doomsday and it not having some like ties to Doomsday. Like, because if you look at No Way Home, it was like, Doctor Strange, because of what we went through, listen, kid, we know each other. We've been through battle against Thanos. That was a big part of it. Like, I want everybody to, remember, keep everybody knowing me, but not this. That was all because of what they went through with Thanos. And that was heavily involved with No Way Home. So now that he's coming after Doomsday, it makes sense that it's like, with Doom in this, it may be involved with the script. And you think that hurts? They could probably do both. You think that'll hurt Spider-Man's growth of being grounded or becoming an adult? You think that they won't focus on that? Is that what you're worried about?
Yeah, a little bit. That's why I wanted like a pure street level Spider-Man before he jumps into the fray again with all the cosmic stuff going on with Doom and stuff. Because you see now they're dealing with cosmic stuff and multiversal stuff again right in Spider-Man 4, right after we just had a huge multiverse event with No Way Home. It's not going to hit the same note anymore. And because there's rumors about Tobey and Andrew coming back now, like No Way Home, like it does have its flaws, like I said, I'll admit, but it was epic seeing Tobey, Andrew, and top 3 generations of Spider-Man swinging around Lady Liberty. It was epic. And if they just come back right away in the next Spider-Man movie, then it's not gonna. No Way Home's not gonna feel special anymore.
What? Wait. What do you think that Spider-Man 4 was gonna be about? In your mind, it sounds like you have an assumption about what the Spider-Man 4 was already gonna be about. Like, what was that?
Okay.
Give me a villain. Give me a story. Like, what do you think it was going to be about, generally speaking?
Okay. I'm probably going to get roasted in the comments section. Okay, so before it was confirmed it was coming out after Doomsday, I was thinking it was going to follow on from Daredevil Born Again. Potentially. Yeah.
Being off of a Disney Plus series, yeah, that's tough, bro. That's a hard one. I don't think they're gonna catapult their biggest Sony movie off of something that's on Disney Plus. I don't think so. Even though that he was in No Way Home, but I think that he could be in the movie, but I don't think they're gonna make the narrative off that. Here's what I'm saying is,
okay,
if you thought that did you think Spider-Man 4 was gonna be just him by himself, figuring out life, getting his job and working, meeting Gwen Stacy, going to college. Basically a reboot. Basically Spider-Man from 2002. Did you think it was going to be that all over again, like a reboot?
Somewhat.
Bruh, I think that they finna have Miles Morales and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. They gonna be doing Spider-Man up in this bitch. I think that there's gonna be cameos up in this motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, and I don't want that.
I feel you.
Dude, I don't want that.
Because
At
they
least
look
for
at
this.
Venom. Venom is multiverse now. Aren't they? Sony's doing that multiverse shit. And then especially
Yeah.
and then who knows what happens with Doomsday? Who knows what happens if he's gonna be? He might not even be in Doomsday. You know, he might not be in the movie, so we could give you what you want. But it would be a complete waste to not utilize him in Doomsday. So I don't know. We'll see. You're not wrong. You're not wrong in what you're saying, because if you want a grounded, linear Spider-Man movie, basically, you want him to do over what he should have done in Homecoming. That's what I'm hearing. Like you guys,
Yeah,
like you're.
See, Jody, the difference there is that he had help from Tony Stark. Tony Stark was still taking him under his wing. But now with Tony gone and the Avengers basically not knowing who he is, he has a chance to finally be by himself.
But you realize that this will be a superhero first, where a freaking actor can come in, do a trilogy, say, my bad, I messed up. Let's try again. That's wild. That's wild. 3 strikes, you out with me. So with Spider-Man 4, I think that he'll be a grown-up, like have his apartment, and you can do all that shit in 10, 15 minutes. Got my apartment, got my job, I'm all alone, save some villains, do my Spider-Man thing, and then the narrative of that movie, consequences from Doomsday. Oh, shoot, multiverse. Oh, freak, who are you? Who are you? I'm Miles. Oh, I'm Peter. I know Peter, hi. Oh, how do you know me? That type of shit. Or Andrew Garfield.
I feel like if they put Miles in like that, it's not going to feel natural.
Well, it would, because look at the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse, across the Spider-Verse, they can tie that in to Spider-Man 4. They've already went in and out of reality and not. They're already doing the multiverse over there.
So Jody. So you're trying to say the Miles from the Spider-Verse movies could be the same Miles from the main MCU potentially?
Correct.
With all this
multiversal? Correct.
Mm.
Correct. That's what I wanted for the last movie. I thought the last movie they were going to do that. Like, bro, if Miles popped out into another universe where he's not a cartoon, he's a live action character, like,
right?
Whoop, oh, shit, what am I doing here? And it's Tom like, yo, Spider-Man? I'm Spider-Man. No, I'm Spider-Man. That shit would be lit.
But Tom was lately talking about trying to mentor Miles. So do you think it would still work if this Miles, since he's already Spider-Man, if he was crossed over into this universe, since he already knew how to be Spider-Man, this Tom Hollands Peter would take him still under his wing? It wouldn't make any sense.
Tom Holland is more seasoned as Spider-Man than Miles is, in my opinion.
Right.
So it makes sense if Tom was like trying to be the big brother to Miles, even though they're going to be the same height and around the same age looking. So yeah, I can see him doing that. Yeah, I need a big movies for Spider-Man 4. I don't want to do that same. I don't want to do a reboot of an origin. Oh, here I am, got my apartment. Let me find my girl Gwen Stacy after having MJ. Nah, heck no. I think he's gonna get his memory back. I mean, people are gonna remember him. Mary Jane, his wife coming. Oh, Zendaya coming, my nigga. She coming.
I know Zendaya's coming, but I don't want her to remember him right away.
She gonna remember him. Yep, better believe it.
Not right away. In this movie.
In this movie,
she's gonna
remember him in this movie. In this movie, she's gonna remember him, bro. Mind you, if I'm not mistaken, by Spider-Man 2, Mary Jane found out that he was Spider-Man. At the end of the movie, Doc Ock. Yeah, when he beat Dr. Ock and he came back on the web, she saw him. So in this movie, bro, we gonna undo this. This is Zendaya we talking about. Anytime that you have Zendaya gonna be in this movie, bro. And if they do the whole try to make you fall in love thing again, I don't know. She's gonna be familiar. Once they kiss, she's gonna remember. It's gonna be that whole cliche bullshit. Yeah. So yeah,
I'm a wait and see type of guy. I'm not fully excited about this, but I'm just gonna have to wait and see.
all right.
So.
Time will tell. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate you, bro.
No problem, Jody, and keep it up.
Thanks, bro. Peace. Let's get one more caller on this subject. Woo, somebody was already waiting. Oh, freak. They are you guys are fast with it. What's up with it? It's your boy Jody Joe. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up? It's Maryland here. What's going on?
What's up with it, dog? How you doing, man?
No, it's not much, man. Hey, at some point, maybe later, I gotta tell you why I'm back in Maryland, but it's a long story. But I'll tell you at a later date and time.
All right.
So here's where I'm at with it. So let me just kind of say something real quick about the whole
Absolutely,
Doomsday
bro.
real quick.
Absolutely.
And I'll get this,
Remember the 500
okay.
Club. You can say what you want, bro.
Yeah, for sure. My opinion, I think that movie's going to be bigger only because I think they're going to keep it under wraps, but I think they're going to have to bring everybody back because I think they're going to bring back, including Deadpool, Wolverine. They're going to have the OG Avengers, whoever's still there. I think they're going to do that.
What movie you talking about? You talking about Spider-Man? You talking about Spider-Man 4 or Doomsday? Which movie you talking about right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Doomsday is going to be bigger than Spider-Man 4. That's my opinion.
For sure, yeah.
Just because.
Absolutely.
But as far as Spider-Man 4, I think it can still be a $1 billion movie. I still think it could be great, but they have to do a couple things. And this is just what I think.
Okay.
They have to. I think they should take a page out of the Insomniac Spider-Man thing. I'm talking about the first one, not the other ones. As far as him, they need to do a time jump. And when I say time jump, I mean a real time jump. Like, it don't need to be him in college. It needs to be him post-college. He's at the Bugle. He's been Spider-Man for like 7-8 years, something along that line.
Oh, they're not going to do that. You can't do that with Tom. He's too young looking.
Here's what I'm saying, because you have to differentiate the Homecoming trilogy from if this is going to be another trilogy. You have to establish from the jump that I'm talking about more so him, the person, not per se him. I know he's small. You can't do anything about that. But I'm talking about him mentally. He can't be doing the same stupid stuff that he did in the trilogy where you're giving glasses to a guy you just met.
Right.
You have to establish, and I think they have to highlight, if maybe not, I don't think they should bring Miles Morales in the first movie, maybe in the second movie or third.
Okay.
But they need to highlight, maybe acknowledge, when I was young, I made a lot of stupid decisions. I've learned from that. And I also think most importantly, it has to be a grounded story. I agree that they're probably going to do a big multiversal story, which I think is dumb. There hasn't been a Tom Holland grounded, contained Spider-Man movie. Tobey Maguire had them in 3, and even Andrew Garfield, second one, had all them villains that was stupid. But for the most part, it wasn't like we got the Avengers here, we got this and that. That would be dumb. They need to have a contained story and show from the jump that Tom Holland, his Spider-Man, has drastically grown, that he's not making the stupid decisions. His ability has grown. His character, as far as how he makes decisions, he doesn't make dumb decisions. That's why when I'm saying there needs to be a time jump where he's like in his late 20s, possibly even early 30s, where he's making responsible decisions. That's the only thing that, for me, that can salvage the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
But why does it have to be 8 years, though? Why are you doing the 8-year jump? Why does he have to be that
here's
old?
Why. Here's why. Because if let's say if he's 22, 23, and he's making wise decisions, that's going to be hard to believe.
Well, then he's been through a lot. He's been through more than any other human being at that age, though. So,
No, I understand that, but the problem is when you look at, like, let's say, look at Far From Home, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it was a big contrast. In the first movie, he's trying to prove himself. He's making dumb things because he's trying to prove I could be an Avenger, I can do all this, right? Then in the second movie, he's completely trying to throw away his responsibilities, giving the glasses to a dude who he just met.
Trash.
Like, at least with Tony Stark, Tony Stark had been Iron Man for 8 years, so he had proved he was an Avenger. He had proven himself to be a hero. This guy you just met, and you give him the glasses just because you want to go on a date with MJ. I'm like, dude, come on now.
Yeah.
And then in the second and then third movie, you're
the
saying,
grow-up movie. That's the
grow-up. that's what I'm saying. The ending of the movie, he showed growth as far as him saying, "Hey, make sure they don't know I don't exist."
Yeah.
But then when he went to the coffee shop and he could have revealed himself, he didn't. He said, "Hey, they're happy and they're safe. As long as they're safe and happy, I'm willing to make the sacrifice." That was probably the most Spider-Man thing he's done in the trilogy. And I think they need to really expound on that in the beginning of Spider-Man 4,
Bro,
where he's not making dumb decisions.
Tripping, my nigga. He finna stalk that coffee shop every day, my nigga. She finna get robbed, and he gonna save her, bro. They about to do this shit all over again, bro. Mary Jane coming back, bro.
Oh, I believe. I know she's gonna.
He's not gonna move on from them. He's gonna stalk them and protect them, bro.
No. What I'm saying, I'm not saying he's not gonna be in her life. What I'm saying is, he's not. She's unless they do some bogus crap where I'm
refuting what you're saying though about it. Oh, that was the most Spider-Man thing that he did by letting Mary Jane go and just pretending to be a customer and walking out of her life. Well, that only will mean something if he continues with that with Spider-Man 4. But he's not. He's going to stalk her at that coffee shop. He's going to be saving her from problems and shit, so that will unravel that decision that he made in No Way Home.
I would only disagree if he reveals to her he's Spider-Man. If he doesn't tell her unless they do the BS where she somehow remembers.
That's not. You can't come back in my life and keep showing up trying to make me fall in love with you again. That's disingenuous. If you really want to protect her because you have powers, leave her alone for good. Walk away, let her get another boyfriend and get babies, be deuces. But he's not going to do that. He's not. So it's going to unravel what happened,
right.
Bro. You're
probably right.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. I honestly, to be honest, if we're going by that, then she really doesn't need to be in it at all. But because knowing him, she's gonna be in it. She's gonna be in it.
She's a hot actress. Her career's popping. They're both growing like this together, and they're together. It's hey, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no way, cause seeing that there's no way he's not gonna put her in there. So, but I'm just like, I just feel like you have to. The only thing that could really salvage the Homecoming trilogy is if you show a drastic growth progression, which they haven't shown, but that's really the only thing that's going to do. You have to establish it in 4. You can't be in 5 or 6. It has to be in 4, where it's like, okay, he's not making dumb, irrational decisions because he's a kid. He's finally grown up, and he's finally. That's the only thing that's going to salvage it for me personally. If they don't do that, it's going to be more the same.
So what villain is the one that's going to take him there then?
I know they teased the whole Venom thing. That's way too early because I think we're Venomed out for right now. I think they need to leave that alone for a good bit.
There's only one. I got one person.
I would say honestly, if it wasn't for the movie in the game, I would say Kraven.
Correct. That's where I'm at.
That's
where I'm at, and I'm so upset.
Or Morbius, but the movie was trash.
I'm so upset that they got a Kraven movie coming out. And it's like, okay, can I see him fighting Tom Holland? I don't think that they're going to look like they mesh.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Kraven, because I think the most we've ever seen him tested was obviously Green Goblin in No Way Home. Because he was wrecking him left and right. That was the first time he really got, like, tested, like, physically. Like, somebody was just... And, like, that's why I always love that scene when he's punching him on the wall and then Green Goblin's just laughing in his face. That's one of my favorite scenes in that movie. But I think it has to be Kraven. I would love Kraven if it wasn't for that movie because I think Kraven, if Green Goblin tested him, Kraven will test him.
Them casting Kraven and making this freaking movie ruins it for Spider-Man because I would have wanted to see
and the actor doesn't do it for me.
Dog. He doesn't do it for me either.
The actor doesn't do it for me. He still looks too young for me. Like, he's too young looking. Yes. I know he's in shape.
Yes,
but you need somebody that's like
young looking. Yes, he doesn't look burly. He doesn't look burly.
You need somebody that's kind of rugged.
No rugged, no burly.
He needs somebody that's like.
He needs a freaking Scandinavian man. A freaking
you know who I would say? Who I think if he got jacked up and could play him?
Who?
If he really got jacked, Gerard Butler.
Yeah. Yeah, Gerard Butler would be great.
Gerard Butler, he got jacked.
Yeah.
He got that rugged look.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler,
Yeah.
he'd be my pick for Craven. I think he would be amazing.
There
Craven.
was a point where I wanted Gerard Butler to be Batman 10 years back. He would have been great, but yeah, he would be a great Craven, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to you, Maryland
Man,
Finals. You know what
I
time
think-
it is. We F around,
Yeah.
bro. You know,
Yeah.
the long way.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I got in, man. It was nice talking to you, man.
You too, bro. Stay up, bro. Woo! Okay, we're going to go ahead and end it here. As we got more calls coming in, that's it for the recording. Thank you guys so very much.